reporting for Katie Chats here in downtown Toronto with writer-director Sudz Sutherland. How does it feel to have your film home again at the Toronto International Film Festival?
Well, it's to a local kid who sort of grew up around this world-class festival. It's like a dream. I mean, I started off as a volunteer when I was in high school and college. So I was volunteer here. I'd be one of the guys wearing the shirts, ushering celebrities in, opening doors, and things like that.
What did you do when you found out the news?
We were actually in Colorado. We were in Durango, and we had sort of like kind of given up hope because it was like we submitted like a rough cut in, and we were like, okay guys, it's rough right now because we just sort of finished filming. We just stopped finishing in June. Actually was the last day we shot. And so we sent something in, and then we were in Durango, floating down the river. Then we found out. We were like flabbergasted. It was crazy because we were like, okay, now let's kick it into high gear. And so we finished the film last Thursday, and now it's a world premiere. At Toronto on tomorrow, actually.
And you co-wrote the film with your wife, Jennifer. What was the inspiration for the story?
One of Jen's friends had been deported, and then he was turning his life around, but he'd been deported for basically not reporting to his parole officer when he was in jail. And so it was kind of this crazy thing. So then when he got into Jamaica, he was subsequently killed. And so the idea is that sometimes when you're actually deported, it's actually kind of a death sentence. And so we looked at that story across the board because it happens more often, a lot of times. It happens a lot of times. People go sent back for petty theft, you know, all kind of crimes, lesser crimes, and then end up getting killed.
And you interviewed 40 deportees or more in Jamaica. Did you see a lot of common threads through all of the interviews?
Exactly. We saw a lot of common threads. Looking at all the interviews, it all became like, wait a second, this is the same story over and over and over again, whether they be from the US, whether they be from Canada, whether they be from the UK. And so we decided to, you know what, we're going to make a fictional film and we'll synthesize these characters. And all these common elements, we'll just strengthen them and unify them by putting them into, you know, two male characters and a female character.
How did you go about the casting process?
That was it's always hard to get cast, but we found CCH early through Don Carmody, who's our executive producer. He had worked with CC before, and I'm such a big fan. Loved her in Baghdad Cafe, The Shield, everything she does. And so we'd said, okay, let's look at CC, and then after CC we got TTN-HD, and so we just again through dogged pursuit. Of just trying to hustle and just saying, hey, you want to see the script, and giving the script and trying to get the script to the actor. And then she signed on board after she read the script. She said, I want to be a part of this. And so we've got people like Fifi Dobson in there as well. Fifi Dobson from the world of music. So she's a rock star, actually. And so now this is her first sort of breakout role, and she plays a young Jamaican woman. And so she had to actually learn the accent, and she pulls off an incredible job.
What was it like shooting in the Caribbean?
It was hot. It was hot. Up here in Canada, it's kind of cold. So we were shooting in the winter, and so our crew were just not prepared for the heat. I mean, we had people faint. We had our boom guy, the guy who holds up that boom microphone on a big pole. He's a pretty big guy. He's like 280 pounds. So he was really feeling the heat. And one day it was just like, timber, boom. And he fell. We were like, oh, he's going down. And so he fell. He was down for the count. But it was hot. We had temperatures in excess of 40 Celsius, which is almost approaching 100 Fahrenheit.
And how do you expect and hope audiences will respond to the film?
We think the film is it's an entertaining picture. And it tells now I wouldn't say a social issue, but I don't want to say social. It is a social issue, but it's an entertaining picture that tells an important story about the human condition. Because what we feel is that, the question is, well, Katie, if you were taken out of your context with no friends, no family, no support structure, who would you be? That's a question, because that's what happens when you're deported. And it's like the idea is that these people were children when they left. And so the idea is that for their home country, their host country, who are you? Are you a criminal when you at 2, at 3? Like, those are the questions that we're trying to ask. So the takeaway, I think, for the audience is that it's an important story, a human story that talks about the human condition. But again, overall, it's entertaining. We got like crazy music, and Jamaica's known for its music, and some great dynamite performances. Cece, Tatiana, Ali, we've got some dynamite performances, and it's something really that you need to see to experience.
Congratulations. Thank you so much, and have an amazing time at the premiere tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Katie.
Thank you. I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats here in downtown Toronto.